Everybody, happy Thursday.
Good morning.
Here with Jeff. Jeff is on the road, so he drive safe, Jeff. You could be here just to listen in if you need. Don't look down too often. But Jeff, thank you for joining me this morning.
And I know because right now I'm eating crow after I complained about Dan, and here I am.
Well, with no further ado, let's get this thing started.
To the HPLS podcast. Live, relevant, and high performance information, conversations, and education weekly.
Uh-oh.
All right. And I apologize, everybody. I am having, besides Jeff being on it, I am having total connection problems for some reason. The curse follows me. It left my house. Now it's following me to this office. I cannot believe it. What is going on? Good morning, James. James got the first good morning. Thanks, James. We have a new person in the seat. Good morning, Lisa. Morning, Antoine. What's up, dude? And Lisa's coming in from somewhere else as well. So, listen, guys, I apologize if the feed is bad. We're going to do what we can to make this work. But hopefully we bring something good for you this morning. What's going on, Greg? Good morning, everybody. Thank you, everybody. And hope good for you. I kind of put, as we'd like to do here quite often recently, and I know Dan was struggling a little bit this week. It's been rough, so hopefully things go better for Dan. But obviously, the show must go. So let's thank you, Jeff, for filling in as much as you had. Great show yesterday with you and Dean, by the way. I'm sorry I had to miss that. So we are all over the place.
Appreciate that.
But all right, well, guys, so I have something, and so title of the show, 2 things we all suffer from. And this is something so Thursdays we try to do personal development. I actually have a cool little video. This is a video I watched a lot. Actually, when I play it for you all, Maggie will probably know it word for word because I sent it to her a lot as well. This was one of those videos early on in my YouTube Audible kind of journey of life, or learning what's going on. This was a video that I went to a lot. Hey, Jenny. Good morning.
Hey, Jenny.
And so I'm gonna play this video and then we're gonna talk about it. Jeff, I can't wait to hear your thoughts. Let me know. It's only a couple minutes, so here we go.
But I listened to what Jim Valvano said 21 years ago. The most poignant 7 words ever uttered in any speech anywhere. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. Those great people didn't. So I now have a responsibility to also not ever give up. I'm not special. I just listened to what the man said.
But I tell you, there are some times in life where you fall down and you feel like you don't have the strength to get back up. I will try 100 times to get up, and if I fail 100 times, if I fail and I give up, do you think that I'm ever going to get up? No. But if I fail, I try again and again and again. For as long as I try, there's always that chance of getting up.
No matter what you might be going through, don't quit. The secret is in not giving up. Everybody who's done something great, they weren't that deep. What they had was resiliency. They had the ability to bounce back. All the greats, they didn't quit. No matter how impossible your situation may seem, stay on course. I guarantee you cannot pass it if you quit. I guarantee you're gonna fail, but you don't know what's gonna happen if you keep going.
I'm fragile. I feel pain. I hurt. I open my eyes. I crave victory. I do not give up. I feel no fear. I fear no man. I create. I conquer. I hold the power.
Make a choice. Just decide what it's going to be, who you're going to be, how you're going to do it. Just decide. And then from that point, the universe is going to get out your way.
We can't have another bad year. You've got to get to the point where enough is enough.
It's much easier to come up with excuses and why you can't do it. If you do what is easy, your life will be hard. If you do what is easy, complain about your situation, your circumstances, you surrender and give up on your dreams, become depressed and bitter and angry. Anybody can do that. If you do what is easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what is hard, keep coming back again and again and again. Get up dressed every day.
Take life on. Taking life by the collar. You say, yes, I will do it.
I can do this. And you've said to yourself, I'm willing to face the no's. I'm willing for people to laugh at me. I'm willing to gut this out. I'm willing to make this happen. It's my time. It's possible. It's necessary. It's hard. It's worth it. I'm going to do whatever it takes. I can do it. If anybody's ever done it at any point in time in history, then what's possible for one, it's possible for me, and I'm going to do it. And if you do that over and over and over again, your life will be easy.
Tomorrow is going to be your first day. If you'd like to work here as a broker. Would you like that, Chris?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Thoughts?
Wow, man. I'll tell you what, it's so true. Powerful words, number one. We all face that, DJ, every single day. The thing that really affects us more is the single entrepreneur that's outside doing brokering and what they're doing day to day themselves and not having that support system, everything. It's so tough to get up in the morning and continue to hammer and not give up. The light's on the other side of the tunnel, and we fail to see that because we get engulfed so much in the negativity of the business in and of itself that sometimes we're driven off the path that we should stay on. It may be our destiny because we chose this, this work that we want to do and do it well every single day. And there's so many different things that hit us in this business that you want to give up. You don't want to proceed. You just start shaking your head. But those who stay strong and stay on that path will get to, I wouldn't say the finish line because there's no finish line in this business, but they'll get to where they need to be. But they have to have that patience. They have to have that drive. They have to have that determination. What are your thoughts?
Man, so I listened to that video. I don't even know how many times I've listened to that video, to be honest with you. But the two things that I really that stuck out and really have kind of just on this quest of just working on this, the mindset and getting things right. The two things is one, Warren Buffett had a quote, and he said, "The chains of habit are too light to be felt until they are too heavy to be broken." And I think that is so powerful with and tied so well with that video that's actually, that quote is what triggered me to go back to the video. Initially was like, man, I have a choice every day. We have two choices. We could do what's hard and what takes us toward our goal, or we could do what's easy, what's eventually going to take us away. We are the only ones who choose that. We, by the grace of God, have been given the choice to make that decision every single day, how we want to decide to do that, how we want to decide to live this day, and we get that choice. And when I put those words, the chains of habit, too light habits, guys, the habits that we do, the small things that we don't think. Jim Rohn, another super smart, amazing guy, he talks about the difference between success and failure. Failure is a few small bad habits done daily, repeated daily, and then success is just a few good habits repeated daily. And it really is just us owning our decisions daily, being very self-aware of what we do on a daily basis, and never giving up. Like Les Brown says in there, he says it. If you could stand up, you could get up, and then you just got to get up.
Yes, sometimes, DJ, we become our own worst enemies. Because
most of the time,
we just let the negativity get to us because we're so aggravated with maybe a phone call or an email or something like that we just focus in on the bad, where we should be really focusing on the good and the positivity from this and the outcomes. Once we get to those goals and those objectives that we've created for ourselves, every human being on this planet, I'm sure they've had goals and objectives sometime in their life that they wanted to reach, and they would do anything possible to make sure that they reach those goals. And that's the kind of mindset that you really need to have in order to succeed in this business. I mean, for myself, being in this business for a very long time and then becoming, going on the sales side, very tough, very tough. It wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be, but I had a lot to fall back on and not a lot of knowledge, which helped me get over those bumps in the roads that everybody faces. And some of the best things that I did in order to help me get to my goals and objectives was to educate myself, and then to re-educate myself and look at articles and talk to my peers and lean on people. That's what we're here for. Lean on us. Let us help you to get to where you need to be. Don't be afraid to ask a question. Everybody heard this term, there's never a stupid question. There really isn't.
There really is not. The only stupid question is when you're asking these questions up here and in here, but you're not saying it to somebody else. You need to
the only stupid question is the question you don't ask.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, ask away, fire, put a fire in that hole. If you want to reach those goals and objectives, get on the phone, send an email. Don't be afraid. We're not going to shoot you. We're going to help you. We're going to help you get to where you need to be.
A movie I really love. Me and Maggie watch it quite often. I've always joked about it. We Bought a Zoo. It's actually a true story. Guy, his wife passes away. He ends up getting inheritance, buys a zoo. It's real. He actually is in another country somewhere with the zoo. But he says something in there. It just takes 5 seconds of courage. And so if you could just find those few seconds, also Mel Robbins, the 5-second rule. But if you can just that quick and just react and don't think, don't overthink it. Those questions will come out. You won't be so afraid. Just have them come out. And then once it comes out, and that fear that you had inside of whatever might come from it is gone. It will just give you that little notch of security to ask again and ask again, and just keep stacking those small habits. And that's the only way. But you said something great, Jeff, as well, about educating and training. I think that's where we all lose. We think at a certain point we become the best of what we do. We feel like we know everything. We're just this, and we stop. And I think humans, we were not made to ever stop. We're not made to. We're either growing or we're dying. And that's true. Even our skin, it's either we have cells that are constantly, us as humans, we are constantly either growing or dying. Cells are dying off as new ones are growing. We are adaptation animals, creatures. We were made to grow. We were made to adapt. We were made to go through everything we experience. We just have to believe it. We have to have it inside. The confidence that no matter what, you can do this. And Spartan Warrior quote that I think I said on the show here, but sweat more in training and you'll bleed less in war. Guys, that's it. That's how pro basketball players become pro basketball players. They're sweating in the gym for hours and hours, taking thousands and thousands of shots from the same spot, but it's just repetition. We can't cheat what we know is there. There's only one way to get to the best of whatever we want to do. In this industry, it's knowledge. Learn your niche, find a niche, and stay there and be the best that you can possibly be in that, for you, for your customers, for your support team, for everybody around you. And if we can just do that, woo, let me tell you.
Well, absolutely. And another thing, a fair thing to say is okay to fail. I've failed a ton of times, man. I've made a lot of mistakes, but I took all those mistakes and those failures as lessons learned. And I tried not to, reduplicate them, and try to imagine myself in that position where I would be able to succeed and take that knowledge and apply it to whatever I was working on. And, especially in the logistics side, having all those mentors and coaches and great leaders that, picked me up and turned me a little bit and put me in that right direction. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be where I'm here today, and that's what I'm trying to portray to others that are watching us, or even people that I bump into every day. It's okay to lean on people, man. I was in your position, I know what it's like to have that feeling, but I can tell you and I can assure you, listen, I'm not the best at what I do. I fail all the time, but it's okay. It's what you do with that failure, like I said, and keep on driving every single day. Get up in the morning and have a goal, have an objective for that day, and just monitor yourself internally. Am I where I need to be at this point of the day, or what do I need to do or change to get me back on that track to meet those goals and objectives daily, or weekly or monthly, or if you look towards the future, where do I want to be at the end of this year? How am I going to get there? What tools will I need? What people will I need to contact to help me to get in there? I do it all the time. I'm not afraid to say it. It's okay to do that.
Yes. Oh, I love it. And Lisa, so thank you guys for the comments, man. So Jenny said, good morning to us both. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you for joining us. She also says it's all about the choices. Yes. Guys, again, there's no secret to this. This is what I'm trying to really get through on the show. It our choices, and the only one who decides it is not anybody else. It's us. We get that. We get to choose
Absolutely.
that. And once
And
we own where we're at because of our choices, and you know that where you're at is only temporary, because if you just can change some of those bad decisions, those bad choices, those bad habits into good ones, it's insane. But yeah,
yeah,
Lisa, exactly. Yes, looping habits together and good habits. Yes, good
absolutely.
habits
Yeah.
are, and James, thank you for this one. This is great. Train hard, win easy. That's yeah. You get
Yeah.
yeah. We get the choice. Either way, we get the choice.
Yeah,
And
absolutely. Yeah,
and I
DJ.
think Jim Rohn. Lisa said, and I'm going to put this back up because this is really where it starts for me. The final was really staying focused on my health, my weight, and once I had that determination, and I'll tell you, Chris, shout out to Chris Horton. We kind of talked about this as well, but um, it's the disciplines of either your health, your spiritual, your work. Once you can really get extremely disciplined to stacking those good habits, like we're talking about, Jim Rohn talks about watching his dad at night. Uh, um, have what he calls his midnight stack. It was an apple, a couple graham crackers, and a glass of apple juice or something, he said. And he's looking at him and he's thought, oh, okay, so he's not hungry when he sleeps. I get it. And he's like, and then he jokes in this video I seen of him telling the story about, well, so what is that? Now I see why my dad's always been healthy. What is that saying from a doctor? An apple a day. It's not a chocolate bar. It's not a Reese's. It's not a bag of chips. An apple a day. But it's those small, real easy choices that we think, no, it's not that. But it's just making those small decisions and sticking to those that then just start to stack one good habit over another good habit over another good
Absolutely.
habit. And the next thing you know, your life is different.
Yes.
Everything is different.
Yes. It's the success of building foundation that you're building for yourself every single day. And Lisa was right. And Lisa has reached out to me, and I've spoken to Lisa, both on the phone, in messaging, and I'm happy to help her out. She asked some questions and stuff like that. That's fine. I mean, I've reached out to Dan. I've reached out to other peers of mine, and because I want to know, I want to make sure that I'm on that path. It's okay to ask those questions, and like Lisa said, you're building those success blocks of your foundation to get where you need to be. And every day you're putting a new layer on top of that, and that's the house that you're going to live in. That's the house, that's the roof, everything inside that building, which is you, yourself, that's what's going to make you or break you. There's only two ways. You're either going to succeed or fail, and you only succeed by putting in as much as you want to get there. It's not a finish line. It's not a race. Be patient. Give yourself some time. Keep that knowledge bank full. Read up on articles. Take a half hour in the morning when you wake up and read, articles from different things so that you have a better perspective as what's going on in the world. Don't go to a single source and say, that's it. That's what I'm going to take. That's what I believe in. No, get a broad range of different opinions on everything, and then take that knowledge and then, create your own beliefs, your own opinions on that. And that's what it's all about.
Yes. Lisa said, thank you, Jeff. So let her, and this, Lisa, yes, be kind to yourself. Jeff, that's exactly what you're talking about. Guys, listen, we have the show Wins and Lessons for a reason. It's not wins and losses. It's not successes and failures. It's wins and lessons, because even in a failure, it's only a failure if you give up at that point. If you don't stop at that point, but you learn from it and you get the lesson and grow, it's not a failure. Nobody's ever a failure. Like he says, like Les Brown says, you got to stay hungry. And he says, if you can get up, if you can look up, then you can get up, and you need to get up. And yeah, you have to be kind to yourself. That's why the small victories, guys, the small things. Pick one small habit, one small good habit that you could just start to do regularly. And Jeff, you nailed it with patience. I think we beat ourselves up because we want that. We've become such a society of instant gratification that we think, well, we go to the gym. Well, I've been going to the gym for the past couple of weeks, and we're looking in the mirror like all of a sudden we're just going to look like everybody we see on TV. No, we have to have patience. Steve Harvey, I've been listening to Steve Harvey a lot, and he from Cleveland guy. He's a Cleveland guy, so I think that partial to him, but he has motivated clips that he actually in between the shows of I can't think of the shows he hosts now, but in between he talks to the audience and just kind of gives a little motivation. And he talked about patience, and he talks about God. He is very spiritual, talks a lot about God, but he says, you know, God, here's the trick with asking for something from God. God will put that as soon as you ask for it, write it down. You have a dream, you have a goal, you write it down. He gives you that goal or dream to begin with. But so then now you have it, you own it, you want it. You say it out loud, you write it down. God, it puts that in a nice box and it's sent to you. But guess what? Just like logistics, guys, that might be intermodal, and then it's going flight, and then it's going, and you don't know where it's coming or when it's going to be here, but it's coming. You have to believe that it's coming. So we have to tell ourselves that daily. Believe that everything you're doing, and you're the only ones who can judge that for yourself. So if you are beating yourself up, it's probably something you're lying to yourself about. And I beat myself up daily, but again, I can't believe I ate that. I can't believe I did that. I can't believe so I'm beating myself up because I made that poor decision. It's just a decision. It's just that.
Yep.
It happened. And it's what it is. It is what it is. What is the next decision I'm going to make to take me back on the right path? And when you start to put all that together and just build those small good habits, maybe start with an apple a day, maybe start with whatever small little habit, but guys, find one small good habit that you can pick up.
Absolutely.
Do it continuously. Stick with it. Start small. I was one of those guys. I've done every weight loss program you could possibly think of, from P90X to Insanity to Advocare to if it's out there, I probably tried it. And it was really when I realized that it was too much for me. I'm a very simple, okay, this is just what I have to do, and this is it. And there's nothing. And but I always tried to go extremely, and I'm sure everybody watching this does that. Go all in or nothing. I'm not gonna eat anything bad anymore. I'm working out. I'm stopping everything today. No, you can't. You can't. And because once you slip up, because you will, we all do. We're human. You will go, oh shit, there I go again. I'm back doing the same bad habits, and we give up. We can't do that. Small little habits, stack them daily. Watch what happens. Cup of tea.
Yep.
Here's a good habit. If you don't have a good habit, I'm going to say this one because Lisa, I know there's a lot of good things with this. Cup of tea and collagen. Yes. Good habit to get you started. Another great habit, guys. I'll give you one habit that I think of daily, every day. And this is the way that I start my day every day, with gratitude. When I wake up, we have, I think it's 86,400 seconds in a day. I've heard people say about bank accounts with $86,400. You got to use every dollar. 24 hours, it's done. That's our time. I think I have 86,400 seconds to make all the bad decisions I did yesterday right. I got another chance. So I just look at it as I got a whole nother 86,400 seconds to do what I didn't do yesterday and continue what I did good yesterday. And if you just wake up every day thinking that, I promise it will change. Everything will change.
Yes, absolutely.
Stretching yoga moves during the show. Affirmations, little good habits. Amp my day. Yes, amp
Yeah.
If you guys have not done the training, HPLS training, shout out Dan. Amp your morning. Gratitude too starts my mind in a positive way. Listen, you can't ever. Only way to defeat it: feed the good.
They're
Get
good,
rid of the
bro.
bad. But thank you, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed the show.
Yeah,
Jeff,
thank you so
much for joining from the road and for all your feedback and for everything you do. You really are mentors like Jeff, somebody in the industry with the knowledge and information that he has, guys. You will never understand the power. You got to find these guys who are willing to give all of their experience, their life experience, their knowledge, like Jeff does with us on the show and from his post. And you gotta honor that. So thank you, Jeff. Seriously.
No problem. Anytime, DJ.
But all right, well, hey, thank you all for joining. Hopefully you guys liked our little audible. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Sales Chatter Live, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Start your day right here with us. Get your day going. Get this thing in the right on your side. This is always on your side. Lead with this. Try to block that out as much as you can and just always do the right thing, guys. Quote Amen. To take us out. So again, this is Jim Rohn. Love this guy. I love the stuff that he shares. Super smart with amazing information. He was a go-to of mine as well during my beginning of this journey. And this quote, I think, really sums up everything we talked about. We suffer one of two things, either the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. You've got to choose discipline versus regret, because discipline weighs ounces and regret weighs tons.
Oh, yeah.
That's it, guys. Choose discipline. Have a great day. Finish the week strong.
Centurion Trucking. Our motto is people before profit. Today's market requires more transparency, consistency, and focus on what our clients need to win. Centurion Trucking and American Logistics are poised to help their clients achieve and surpass their targets. If you're looking for a team that honors your needs, dreams, and aspirations, then get a hold of Daman at American Logistics or Centurion Trucking and start designing your career today.